Today's episode is supported by AIDS-Free Pittsburgh. There are more than 5,000 people living with HIV in southwestern Pennsylvania, and the Ryan White HIV/AIDS program provides support services to help them get the care they need. That includes assistance with things like healthcare, medications, housing, transportation, food, and treatment for substance use disorders. Visit AIDSfreePittsburgh.org to learn more.
This is CityCast Pittsburgh. I'm Megan Harris, and here's what Pittsburgh's talking about. Chloe, have you been to this Giant Eagle location before?
Absolutely, I have.
Are you aware of its nicknames?
I absolutely am. The Dirty Bird is actually exactly how my editor introduced it to me. He was like, oh, you moved to the north side? Have you been to the Dirty Bird yet? And I was like...
And I think which one is the Dirty Bird totally depends on which part of Pittsburgh you live in at any given time. But we all know exactly the kind of eagle you mean.
Yes.
Eagle.
You just you can see any given event at any given time at these Giant Eagles.
Well, and I think my favorite thing is we walk towards the deli section and I'm staring at an entire cooler of iced tea, and legitimately my favorite thing at any Giant Eagle location is the fried chicken. It's so good.
I'm looking at this right now. This looks Popeyes level good. KFC level good.
No, I don't see I hate Popeyes and KFC, but I'm also I'm a country kid from the South.
Okay, so you know chicken.
And their chicken is legitimately so tasty.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's really good.
KFC's really.
I also will stand a $5 pot pie too.
Yeah? Okay. Bet. Noted.
So do you need anything? Should we get something?
I need deodorant.
Okay, I'm gonna get some water.
I need deodorant and toothpaste. Thanks for letting me run errands today.
Yeah.
Okay.
You get what you need.
Perfect. I'll be right back.
Meet you in the front.
Okay, I'll see you.
Oh, yes.
You got a bag? You need a bag?
No, I don't need one. I'll be fine. Cool.
Yes, now that we've done our shopping.
Okay, now that we've done our shopping, I am with Chloe Jad, a tech and retail reporter at the Post-Gazette. We're going to talk about grocery stores and why the greater Pittsburgh market suddenly seems like the center of the universe in some ways, but then still woefully underdeveloped in others. I should say we are also just outside a Giant Eagle parking lot. We're off property if you're listening, Giant Eagle, but we are looking at your store.
Now we're watching people walking in and out. It's a great view over here.
So, okay, a lot of things have happened lately. Let's start with the highlights. We are getting a Wegmans. We're getting a Meijer. We're getting more Aldi locations, possibly a Trader Joe's. And Kroger is, of course, buying Giant Eagle. What's happening here that this many brands want to be in or want to push deeper into the Pittsburgh area?
You know, I ask myself this every time I write a grocery story. I'm like, why us again?
And you're killing the grocery beat, I should say.
Thank you. It is a kind of a sub beat that I got to pick up because I wrote a story and I was like, to my editor, I was like, I had fun writing that. He was like, the next day, guess what your new beat is? And he's like, you had fun writing that story. You're going to keep writing them.
That's journalism 101. You never say that was fun.
Yeah, exactly. So now I cover grocery stores, and people care more about these stories than most of my other stories, especially with tech, because it's very tangible. People care about their groceries. People care about the prices they're paying. It's stuff that they experience every day. But why people and brands in particular want to push more into Pittsburgh, I talked to multiple experts and they seem to have different answers. It's kind of we feel like we're the center of the universe because we are here and we're experiencing it. But at the same time, there is a special part about Pittsburgh being in the middle of the Midwest and kind of connecting the East Coast. So if someone wants to expand from East Coast to Midwest, they're going to go through Pittsburgh. If they want to expand from Midwest to East Coast, they're probably going to want to go through Pittsburgh. We're a good market that Giant Eagle has had kind of a monopoly over for a long time.
I mean, they called themselves Giant Eagle Country.
Exactly.
I mean, kind of in the same vibe as Steelers Nation.
Yeah, exactly. No, we like to call ourselves what we are. I just moved here. Even I, when Kroger bought Giant Eagle, I was like, dang, what does this mean for us? I just got here. But no, the thing is Pittsburgh is, we kind of left ourselves open. I mean, Giant Eagle has had, I guess you could say, monopoly a little bit of the grocery market here. And, other brands are looking at that and being like, hey, you're not going to reign for long. We want in. But you're seeing Kroger come in because we're a good market that's managed pretty well and they want to probably expand closer to the East Coast. That's what I'm thinking. But at the same time, people like Aldi, they're just expanding to expand. They're on a tear. So Aldi isn't really kind of a trend that you should watch. They're trying to open 800 new stores by 2028. And so that's just going to keep happening around the country, including in Pittsburgh. So I'm very, very curious to see how that plays out, because I think that they know there's an untapped market here of people who like higher end goods or a specialty shopping experience. And the only thing that we really have around here like that is Market Districts or Whole Foods. And so Wegmans really, I mean, I'm from Northern Virginia. We love our Wegmans. It's an experience. You can go there and get seafood at the bar. You can go to the bar, first of all. So
I mean, all of that is going to be a little bit different probably here than it is in other Midwestern states because of our Quaker laws around alcohol and things like that. But it does seem kind of wild. Like, is there such a thing as too many grocery stores? I mean, even if we think about it in a business sense only, like how many stores can reasonably make money in one given area?
I also think that every time I drive down Penn Avenue and I see Whole Foods, Giant Eagle Market District, Target, Trader Joe's, and Aldi all on Penn Avenue. And I think that it's not about how many stores can you have, it's about the access points. So if people can't get there by bus, if people can't get there by walking and can only get there by cars, you're going to get a certain demographic of people. I think you could put a lot of grocery stores in one place and be fine as long as people can get there with a car. I think that's why people are going to Cranberry too. But essentially, I think that there can be no shortage of grocery stores because people now shop differently. They split their trips between different brands. So maybe they would like their meat from Giant Eagle, and they like their produce from Aldi, and they like their frozen goods from Trader Joe's.
Wait, what's your personal lineup? I have mine. So I do Aldi for like the weekly basics.
Love.
I do Costco for my bulk buys when I need like 45 of something.
Perfect.
Yeah. So Trader Joe's is for frozen foods, like Chinese food especially, and
Indian
also
for me.
treats. Yeah.
Treats, Indian food for me at Trader Joe's. Sorry, go on. You have to go on.
Okay, Walmart for like household basics, or if I need like more selection. Like I know I need a type of thing, but I don't know what I want. I know they're going to have 17 different versions of it
100%.
and I can pick one that works for me. And Giant Eagle is dead last. It's like an if I must. And it's by far the closest one to my home.
Yeah.
And it's not even it's like a decent Eagle. It's just so expensive.
I've heard that, and I think that that's so funny to me because when I would interview people about Giant Eagle and they're like, I really don't care as long as they lower the prices. Like, they don't care about that cult of personality that Giant Eagle kind of likes to be like, we're Giant Eagle country, things like that. People are like, no, you're expensive, and I don't want to go to you unless you lower your prices. So for me, I rarely shop at Giant Eagle. I have to admit, my lineup is almost identical to yours. I love Trader Joe's. I usually go there to get everything I need because I'm just one person. So it's
I am shopping for 3 to 7. It depends on how many family members are in my house at any given time.
Yeah. No, Trader Joe's would be the dumbest decision for you to make. Because
I was on someone else's Costco card for a very long time. Like a friend of mine who was a single man 30 years older than me and was like, he took pity on me. It was like, would you like to be on my Costco account? It seems like you could use some ibuprofen.
bulk ibuprofen. I love that.
And it was great for solidly like 15 years. I was just his other half on his Costco membership.
That's so sweet.
I've graduated. I now have my own. But I feel like the fragmented nature of how we shop is so wild to me. Like, is this what it should be? Like, I remember going to the grocery store with my mom when I was a kid, and we just got like the week's groceries at the corner store, and it wasn't this whole day-long adventure, which, don't get me wrong, is fun.
Yeah.
Sometimes. But it also feels like a lot. Like, why have we let this become the new normal?
Seriously, it's like an odyssey. It's like, okay, if I didn't hit all my stores now, I got to plan for it later in the week. And I mean, I'm Lebanese, so I grew up going to like Middle Eastern markets to get the specialty items that we wanted, but then mostly grocery shopping would be at like one store. We'd get everything from one place. And now I'm seeing my mom, she's also starting to split up her trip. She's going to Aldi for something because she knows it's going to be cheaper there. And she'll go to Trader Joe's rarely, but because she wants, let's say, this frozen good that's specifically there. I think it's a good thing because I don't know how many times you can tout this before someone calls you out for it, but like more options, more competition, it's better for the consumer typically, because if someone's like, hey, I don't have to go to Giant Eagle because I can get something cheaper or better at Trader Joe's, they're going to do it. And guess who has to step up? Giant Eagle. So the more competition, the more variation in the market, I do think that it's good for the consumer at the end of the day. Don't know how it's going to play out for the actual grocers. They're going to have to probably play it smart, strategize what they're cutting back on, what they're advertising on. Giant Eagle is no longer alone. They're going to have to start looking around and being like, what are these other guys doing? And how can we stand out? Because it's not going to be enough to just roll back some things for the summer anymore. You know, they're going to have to stand out.
CityCast Pittsburgh is sponsored by the Frick Pittsburgh Museums and Gardens. If you want a taste of Paris right here in Pittsburgh, their current exhibition is perfect for you. It's called French Moderns, Matisse, Renoir, Degas. We've got in masterworks from all these very famous French artists and more, like Cézanne and Rodin. You don't need to be a dedicated student of art history to appreciate all these works. Yes, they are legends now, but back in their day, these artists were radicals, and some really put a foundational mark on movements that we still celebrate today. I'm talking about realism, impressionism, cubism, surrealism, so much more. It's easy to forget now, but a lot of the reasons we even know about this stuff and we think about Paris and Parisian culture the way we do is because of these artists and what they created back in their time. I personally am really excited to see this exhibition. Maybe chase it with a stop by their little cafe, a stroll through the gardens. You got to take in this Pittsburgh weather while you can. It's going to be great. French Moderns, Matisse, Renoir, Degas at the Frick is open now. Get your tickets at thefrickpittsburgh.org.
Are you looking for a meaningful night out in Pittsburgh this September? Then join the Propel Schools Foundation for Taste and Toast for K-3 Literacy on Thursday, September 10th from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. at the University Club. Every ticket helps support Propel Schools' K-3 literacy program, giving young readers the strong foundation they need for lifelong success. Enjoy signature tastings, handcrafted cocktails, and interactive experiences inspired by Propel's 13 schools, plus inspiring student work celebrating the creativity, talent, and determination of their scholars. And be sure to check out the incredible raffle featuring dozens of prizes and experiences, donated by some of Western PA's favorite restaurants, coffee shops, wineries and breweries, spas, hotels, golf courses, pet care providers, and local attractions. Whether you're discovering Propel for the first time or have supported their schools for years, everyone is welcome. Reserve your tickets by September 8th and join in an unforgettable evening that helps build brighter futures one young reader at a time. Tickets available at bit.ly/pstasteandtoast. That's bit.ly/pstasteandtoast. Great food, great drinks, great prizes, and best of all, every ticket helps more children become confident readers.
But do you think it's actually going to happen? Like, are things actually going to get cheaper because Kroger has entered the chat?
No. I think that it might seem like it for a little bit. I talked to another expert. She was a professor at Pitt, and she was like, yes, big suppliers can get access to better deals because they're big suppliers and they can leverage that and their buying power, but at the same time they can get away with higher prices because they're the big guys. So it's really up to Kroger to see how they play it. I don't know if you saw Trump tweet in July about Giant Eagle cutting down.
Sure did. Yeah, like praising them for lowering prices in this very specific way.
Yes, in accordance to his agenda, which I don't know if it's related at all, but he wants groceries to be more affordable for families, and so he, for some reason, singled out Giant Eagle, probably because Kroger had just bought them and,
which does have to get regulatory approval, we should say. Like, Kroger has planned to buy Giant Eagle. It would go through if it happens next year, but it's not a guarantee. Kroger tried to buy Albertsons not long ago and it got blocked by the Biden administration.
Yeah. That was in 2022 and then it got blocked in 2024. But that's because Albertsons is so much bigger than Giant Eagle. It's regional.
Huge. Yeah. I didn't realize how many brands Albertsons owns. But then they have all these other brands. I think the closest one to us is maybe Acme.
Yeah, exactly. And people know these brands and they might not have known it's Albertsons, but Albertsons is top 5. It's kind of crazy. They're up there with Walmart, Costco, Amazon's up there, Albertsons, and I'm forgetting a big one, but
it's not Giant Eagle. That's for sure. Because we're super regional. We always have been.
Yeah.
It's headquartered around here. It seems like not much is actually going to change with this Kroger acquisition.
And I think that's the goal, at least at first. I mean, it's the smartest thing, I think, to stabilize at first and make sure that you don't lose any customer base by becoming Kroger overnight.
I actually wondered if they wanted to become Kroger overnight because then maybe they win more people back.
Honestly, I think that could work. People are sentimental here with their brands, and I just think that that's not going to hold up if someone's like, hey, Kroger prices are going to come instead of Giant Eagle.
Yeah.
They'd be happy about that. I've talked to multiple people about the sale, and they're like, I do not care as long as my prices go down.
Yeah. But I mean, that's the thing. So right now, at least as far as we know, store names aren't changing. Pharmacies aren't changing. Like all those prescriptions Giant Eagle just acquired from Rite Aid and the bankruptcy, like that's all going to be there. You get to keep your My Perks.
Yes, you do.
The senior leadership's not changing. The local headquarters isn't changing. Like, it just, I mean, look and feel. What do you think? Like, are we going to keep this like split between like the dirty birds of the world and the market districts and everything in between? Like, is that going to stay, you think?
I do think so, because they actually Kroger has a very similar setup where they have their own market districts, probably like Market Basket, something like that. I don't know. They have their own version of that, and they have their pharmacies. They have that same kind of model where they prioritize pharmacy, and they do have a fancier version of Kroger. So I think that that's going to integrate really well with what Giant Eagle already has. But I mean, I don't know the prophecy. I can't tell you the future, but I do think that Kroger, it's completely up to them how they play this, but they're probably going to, keep Giant Eagle for a while, keep it separate, have it run on its own, how it's been, but slowly might start integrating more Kroger stuff here and there. Who knows if they're going to change up our management. They might keep it really identical, but I mean, most times with acquisitions, it's like you're slowly getting absorbed into Kroger, and then all of a sudden, it's like Giant Eagle by Kroger.
Yeah.
Something like that. So we'll see.
Kroger Marketplace. I just learned.
Guys, prepare
Marketplace.
yourselves.
Yeah.
Southern Nevadans are the water smartest, and we've saved 200 billion gallons over the years. That's thanks to residents, HOAs, and businesses following watering schedules and replacing grass with water-smart landscaping. Golf courses are doing their part too. They operate within water budgets, and resorts do too, accounting for just 7% of the valley's water use. And even developers follow strict water-smart building codes too. So thank you for doing your part, and keep saving water where it matters most, outdoors. You can learn more at snwa.com. SNWA is a not-for-profit water agency.
Are you looking for a meaningful night out in Pittsburgh this September? Then join the Propel Schools Foundation for Taste and Toast for K-3 Literacy on Thursday, September 10th from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. at the University Club. Every ticket helps support Propel Schools' K-3 literacy program, giving young readers the strong foundation they need for lifelong success. Enjoy signature tastings, handcrafted cocktails, and interactive experiences inspired by Propel's 13 schools, plus inspiring student work celebrating the creativity, talent, and determination of their scholars. And be sure to check out the incredible raffle featuring dozens of prizes and experiences, donated by some of Western PA's favorite restaurants, coffee shops, wineries and breweries, spas, hotels, golf courses, pet care providers, and local attractions. Whether you're discovering Propel for the first time or have supported their schools for years, everyone is welcome. Reserve your tickets by September 8th and join in an unforgettable evening that helps build brighter futures one young reader at a time. Tickets available at bit.ly/PS Taste and Toast. That's bit.ly/PS Taste and Toast. Great food, great drinks, great prizes, and best of all, every ticket helps more children become confident readers.
So let's jump to like the Cranberry area, because if we think there are a lot of grocery stores in, say, for example, Penn Avenue, oh my gosh, that's nothing compared to what's happening on that corridor off 79 and Cranberry. Like, what? Why? Why Cranberry?
Once again, every time I write a story in the comments, it's like more like cranberry, and I'm like, good one. Yes, we are cramming a lot of stuff into Cranberry. And
I mean, I know the answer. Like, I do.
Yeah.
It's land. That's why.
It's land.
It's access to the interstate.
Yep.
It's like being a regional destination that's like 30 minutes away from a bunch of things.
Yep.
And it's flat land, which the city of Pittsburgh just does not have.
It's Route 228 and I-79. That access is humongous because you can get to this Cranberry part of the world from anywhere really in the region. And not to mention, Cranberry Township is a really growing township with a pretty high household income. If I remember correctly from the Census Bureau, like $125K median household income. And that's compared to the national, which is around $83K. So they're going to get a market that's willing to spend their money at a Wegmans. Meijer is more affordable, but Wegmans is, higher price, typically higher quality. And I mean, once again, the suburbs are attractive because if you're in the suburbs, you have a car. And to get to Cranberry, you need a car. So it's not going to be, people aren't going to be walking to these places, I bet. So it's really all about access, like you said.
Yeah, I mean, but I just keep thinking about like the stores that allow for something like a frequent trip, like purchasing on foot. Like it doesn't just necessarily have to be like a niche store, which actually the Cranberry area has a ton of too, like butcher shops, access to Asian markets, Mexican markets, like things like that. Like there's just a lot happening in those spaces. I actually just drove by a halal market that's about to open right on 228. It's awesome. It just seems like, why? Like how many grocery stores does one spot need?
Yeah. And I think that honestly, we're all trying to figure it out. I think they're trying to be like, if we show up here, what's gonna happen? I don't think they even know.
If you build it, they will come.
Exactly. And if there's just different cuisines and different options and different tastes, they're gonna have a customer base. It's very interesting that you bring that up because you brought up halal, you brought up foot traffic. I think that's really a good segue into Salem's Market or Salem's. And they tried to open in the Hill District and closed after 1 year in February 2025. And they kind of cited lack of foot traffic, and there was some crime. I think there was some theft in the area, retail theft, and it just kind of didn't work out. You got to have the customer base and you got to have the access. So if people aren't able to walk there or drive there, and in the Hill District, I'm pretty sure it was people weren't able to just walk through and go.
The other thing I heard for that location specifically, and I mean, it's easy to Monday morning quarterback this stuff, but like from a few friends of mine that like really loved their location in the Strip District and then tried to go to that one. They're like, you can't buy pork products though. And this is a historically Black neighborhood. Like you have to keep it like culturally relevant as well. And so they just felt like that was, they truly were not criticizing, but they were just like, I feel like it was a missing piece of the business strategy.
That's a really, really good point. And I think that that's what Wegmans is doing. They know people are going to spend their money at that Wegmans in Cranberry. It's a good spot.
I guess. I mean, does that mean if all the money in the big building and all that is happening in the suburbs, are city locations still attractive?
Here's the thing. I think they are for consumers. Like, they're like, yeah, we want one downtown.
Well, of course the consumers want it. But like for the businesses, like Aldi keeps gobbling up like shop and save locations, which God bless them. And Trader Joe's has been reportedly sniffing around the terminal building in the Strip District.
And no one will confirm that for me. Yes. I hear it too.
Yes. It's the rumor that I think the Business Times has put in writing, but like it's the rumor.
Exactly. It's the rumor. And until, you hear it through the wire or like someone's actually calling you like, hey, by the way, we're looking at the Strip, it's just going to be a rumor because it's a really hard business. The profit margins are razor thin. That's the thing about groceries and grocery stores. You can't just really open them and hope for the best. They are impacted by every single world event ever. Geopolitically, by gas, by agriculture, by fuel prices, by fertilizer prices, by weather. Our food market is impacted by everything in the supply chain. So you're really competing against the world itself when you open these things. So yeah, if you're opening downtown or opening in the city, you got to make sure that's a pretty safe bet because everything else is already against you.
Is there any hope for a grocery store downtown?
People have tried.
I know the Pittsburgh Downtown Partnership has been beating this drum for at least a couple of years. I know they went to like a conference in Vegas, I think last year, like specifically on this topic to try to like court people to get there. We have all these empty department store spaces. And we have the Target. There is a food section, but it's tiny.
Exactly.
It's tiny. They're trying, but like, can it happen?
This is an unsolicited take from Chloe. Do not take this for any money. Like, I do think it can happen, and I do think it will happen eventually, but it's going to take the perfect tenant and the perfect owner and the perfect deal. Like, everything's got to align because people have tried and failed. There's going to be a right match at one point because people need it. We can't have downtown being a food desert. Target, if you want to count it, sure. Little bodegas, cool. But you would have a great customer base if you were to successfully open a grocery store in downtown. The foot traffic's insane. It's downtown. It's the point of the city where you can cross from the North Hills, the South Hills, and from the East.
And all the transit goes there.
Yes. So
for good and for bad, it's all coming through.
So good luck to whoever tries. I hope you succeed because we're ready to shop there. I think we all are.
I mean, do you think there's anything at the policy or leadership level or even something that like shoppers or officials, like consumers, we the people, can do to try to sway one of these brands into one of Pittsburgh's underserved neighborhoods? I say that because I feel like you've danced around it, but like that's the frustrating thing for me is Pittsburgh and our region has a ton of great grocery stores of all sizes.
Totally.
But we also have a lot of food deserts. Like both things can be true. And it's tough to watch downtown, but a lot of other spaces too, like struggle with this. What can we do, if anything?
It really is frustrating. To be quite honest with you, I'm going to push what everyone pushes. It's like policy reform, making it easier for these people to get in here. And
Like what? What's missing? Like I'm thinking like first thing was the parking requirement that you have to have like so many parking spaces, which is part of the overall zoning reform that city council's been talking about for ages.
yes, that's a great point, because downtown's already pressed for that. And, from 4 to 6, you can't park here. And people don't want to be dealing with that when they're already pissed and shopping for groceries that are 10 times more expensive than they were 10 years ago. So I think, fixing parking and zoning requirements that would choke someone trying to go into a downtown. I definitely think there's like kind of with data centers, you got to court them. You got to give them tax incentives. You got to tell them that we're on your side and we want to work with you, because the city has to be on their side. You know what I'm saying? The city has to be like, we want you here. But I've also seen like here on the north side in Manchester, there's a Freeman Family Market.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's things like that are smaller solutions that I think people are taking upon themselves to solve for the community. It's a really, really sweet small farm and fresh market. And they also have items that, that you can take free of charge if you're unable to afford.
Lisa Freeman's an angel on this earth, and her backyard is like pure magic.
Exactly. And like she's taking care of the Manchester area on Juniata Street. And that's one street, but it's helping an entire community. And I feel that if you feel like you can't, get your representatives to listen to you or get Kroger to move downtown, you can at least look around and be like, hey, is there something that we already have in the community? Is there a Lisa Freeman that's willing to step up and open her backyard? And I think that it's times like these that make you turn to your neighbor and be like, hey, so what can we do? Should we start growing some lettuce so that no one has diarrhea? We'll see. maybe that's the solution after all, Megan.
Chloe, here's to some diarrhea-free lettuce in our future. Thank you.
Thank you all so much.
That is all for today here on CityCast Pittsburgh. You can support the show by becoming a CityCast Pittsburgh neighbor. You get ad-free listening, some perks, some swag. You can find all the details at membership.citycast.fm. We'll be back tomorrow with more from around the city. We'll talk to you soon.
I've been going to Taco Bell fearlessly. I do not care about this fear-mongering lettuce. I will go to Taco Bell.